Welcome back for another video. Today we are going to go over more of my tips on how to be healthy long term, how to be successful with following a healthy diet for a long period of time. This isn't about yo-yo dieting. This isn't about quick fixes. This is about just following an awesome diet, loving what you eat, loving how it makes you feel and look, and doing it consistently for the rest of your life. So if you're interested in having long-term success and you're tired of these quick fixes that just send you back to a place worse than you were before, keep watching. Today, we are going to be talking about executing with ease. In my previous videos, we talked about some very, very important concepts. This idea of the philosophy behind following a healthy diet. Intuitively, I think we know what we need to eat and not eat. But of course, if you go on over to my website, SeanTheRD.com, there's plenty of information and other videos on what you actually need to eat. But in this series, we've talked about why we need to follow a healthy diet. Why is this important to you? We've talked about taking ownership of your health, ownership of what your diet looks like, and not relying on your partner to do the cooking or the meal planning or the meal prep or the shopping. Let's go over some tips. Of course, don't go out to eat, and I mentioned this in the past video. So sometimes I go out to eat maybe once a month, but when you go out to eat, you put the control of your health into the hands of someone else, and they don't necessarily have your best interests and your health at heart. So always, 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 you're in control, and you're in control by doing your own meal planning, prepping, cooking, shopping, storing. Always plan ahead. If you don't have a game plan, you will fail. If you go out for 5-6 hours to do Christmas shopping, you're going to get hungry, and then you're going to end up going out to a fast food place or the place in the mall. What's that? Food court, or grabbing something quick, takeout. So have a game plan. If you're going to be leaving the house for a few hours, where are you going to eat? What are you bringing with you? If you travel, what is your food going to look like? When are you going to shop? For some people, when they travel and they get to their destination, the first thing they do is they go out and they buy a bunch of food and they bring it back. That way they're not just eating takeout every single meal. So what does that look like? I think it's really important when you're traveling, especially like for me, if I go out of city for the weekend, I bring my kitchen with me. I bring the Vitamix, I'll bring frozen fruits, I'll bring vegetables, I'll bring whole grains, beans, I'll do meal prep. So whatever I need to do, it's coming with me, my landscape. So being healthy is about me, and it's about the environment around me. So I bring that environment with me, and that's how I'm successful when I'm not at home. You have to plan ahead. If you're going to work and not packing your own lunch, then you go down to the cafe and you're going to end up eating whatever food they serve in the cafe, whatever food you can get out of the vending machine, whatever food that they provide for your board meetings. So you need to bring your own food and start prepping your own meals and making sure that you're doing that on a consistent basis. Bring snacks with you. Don't let yourself get hungry. If it's been a long time since you've eaten, or you're hungry and you don't have options, you're going to end up derailing your health success. Have a routine. This is so important. Routines are critical because I think when you go online, you look at all these blogs on how to cook and what meals to make. They have these obscure ingredients. There's 100 of them. And it takes, it's like prep time, 4 hours. It's like, no wonder nobody wants to cook. It's because it's way too complicated. And I'm telling you, I'm here to tell you today, it does not have to be complicated. I am one of the laziest healthy people you will ever meet because I have a system. I have a system and I have a routine, and I stick with it every single day. That makes it easy to follow, it's less stressful, and I'm more likely to do it on a long-term basis. So that means that I can be healthy over the long term without sliding back. So what is my system? My system is twofold. I have a shopping system and I have a cook system. So the shopping system is, how do I shop for food? When I go to the grocery store, I don't make a list of all the foods I need to buy. I don't think about what meals do I want to have that week, what foods I need to buy and then go out and buy that. Because then you're at the grocery store for like 2 hours. Forget that. I'm in and out in like 20 minutes. How do I shop? I go to the store with maybe a loose understanding of what foods I need to buy, but that will come in time. I go to the store and I buy the healthiest food available. That's it. I go to the produce section, I get all of my fruits, I get all my vegetables, I go to the bulk section or the whole grain section, I get my oatmeal, my quinoa, my barley, my farro, my couscous, I get my intact, my whole grains, and then I get some dried beans, whatever it is, black beans, navy beans, pinto beans, kidney beans, chickpeas, lentils, any color, flax seeds, mixed nuts, mixed seeds, unsalted, unroasted. If you want to get some meat, you can. Obviously I don't eat meat if you've watched any of my other videos. So I go to the grocery store and I buy the healthiest food available and then I bring it home. Why is this important? Because you can only eat what you have available to you. So here at the house, I know that whatever it is that I make, whether it's Italian, whether it's American, whether it's Asian, whether it's Mexican, I know that it's going to be the healthiest food because I only have healthy foods available. So I only buy the healthy stuff and bring it home. And then the cooking system, again, is the same every single time. I get out my electric skillet, I get out all the vegetables, I chop them, dice them all up, I either saute them or I steam them in the electric skillet, and then I decide what am I going to have for dinner. I don't plan my meals around the meat. What kind of chicken dish am I going to have? What kind of fish dish am I going to have? What kind of beef dish am I going to have? I say, what am I going to eat with my half a plate of vegetables? And that's what it is. My half a plate is always vegetables. I have a side of fruit, or I eat fruit as I'm preparing the meal, or I eat fruit as dessert, or I have fruit as snacks. I make some kind of grain. I have a grain that I make either on the stovetop or in the pressure cooker. Then I have some kind of protein. Is it peanut butter? Is it beans? Is it lentils? Is it tempeh? Is it tofu? For you, it could be chicken, or it could be fish, or it could be turkey, whatever you want to do. Just not processed meat. And I just repeat that system. My system is the plate method. Half your plate is vegetables, a quarter is your starch, and a quarter is your protein. And then you have a fruit either before, during, or after dinner, or as a snack. And I just keep to that system. My meal is a system, how I cook is a system, and how I shop is a system. And that makes it so much easier for me to replicate day in and day out without the stress. And I know that my system works for me. My system might not work for you, but you'll get a system over time. Again, if you have a strong why are you doing this? What is motivating you? Then you will find a system, and over time, you'll just naturally find something that works for you and is really easy to do, and it's so relieving. Trust me, guys. And again, this kind of goes along with having a system, but my last tip is keep things simple. Keep things simple. I'm in and out of the grocery store in 20 minutes. I don't go to down 90% of the aisles. Being vegan for me is the simplest way to eat because most of the stuff in the grocery store I don't even have to look at. So now it's like, now I only have to focus on like this much stuff. So it's easy to do. It's quick to do. I don't have to worry about so much about, foodborne illnesses and food safety and cooking things to the right temperature because if my pasta's a little al dente, it's not going to kill me, but if your hamburger patty is a little al dente, you end up with a foodborne illness, E. coli or something. So being vegan for me is just the simplest way to eat. It's like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, beans, nuts, and seeds. I'm done. I keep things simple. The way I prep, I don't use crazy ingredients. I use stuff that can be found at almost any grocery store. And I stick with the same plan, and that's what makes it really simple for me. So that's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. Again, a lot of the videos that I've referenced, I'll post their link in the description below. If you haven't checked out my website, SeanTheRD.com, there's a ton of other videos, content, recommended resources, recipes, meal planning over there. So I encourage you to check that out. And of course, if you find this video helpful, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe and hit the bell for the notifications. Thanks, guys, for watching. Cheers.